Okay, so for topic numero uno of this week's In Bed with the Seduction Expert, all about dealing with your exes, I'm going to actually read this, not verbatim, but just a synopsis of a question that came to me through direct message. And because of the sensitive nature of this subject, I'm going to maintain their anonymity, but I think it's an experience that we've all had. And the story is basically that he was hanging out with a girl for about 4 months. And he says, I would never call it a relationship because we never really hugged each other and never held our hands. And mind you, he's young. He's, he's under 20. So, we all know what first love can be like. But basically, he's with a girl that he's very attracted to, spending time with, and she's acting like she's really not into it, right? They're not holding hands. They're not hugging. She's not really telling her friends about him, and she never said, I love you, which, after 4 months, I feel like you have a pretty good sense of whether or not you care for someone deeply or not. So basically, it sounds like they broke up, and, she says, I don't know, I don't really want to pursue anything. So his solution was to go no contact. And so I think that's actually a really great strategy, especially if you really, really have strong feelings for someone who is not returning the feelings, because it can be torture. If you have an expectation of how things are going to turn out, then you're going to torture yourself, because at the end of the day, we can't control anyone. We can't control how they feel about us, about things. We can't control situations. We can help to influence outcomes, right? Because we all operate as cause and effect. But at the end of the day, people are just going to feel how they feel. So, it sounds like she's really not that into him. He asked her if she loved him, and he said no. And of course he still has feelings for her. So when he did get back in contact with her, right, because no contact kind of gives you that time to heal your heart, to really step back from the situation and assess whether or not this person is actually right for you. And basically the advice that I gave him, right? So yes, I absolutely personally understand what it's like to hold a torch for someone, right? Where it's that thing that we really, really love them and we want them to love us back, and all of a sudden it becomes they're the only thing we can think about, and how they feel about us means something about ourselves. We get sick about it. We obsess about it. We can't stop thinking about it. Well, the way to remedy this, and maybe you'll like the answer and maybe you won't, is that when we feel like that about somebody who does not return our feelings, it has way more to do with us than it has to do with them. And what it means is that we have put this person on such a high pedestal. We've made them this incredible person with this amazing personality, and who's so beautiful and who's so wonderful and has all of the qualities that I've been looking for in a partner. But that's what we think is so. That's what we want to be so. So we put this person up here, giving them all of these qualities and attributes that they actually don't have. And do you know how you know that they actually don't have those qualities? Is because they're not with you. They're not with you. It doesn't matter who they're with. They're not with you. And that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you, right? Because this is what the questions about exes really means. Like, what's wrong with me? Why am I single? Why have I been broken up with? Why have I been rejected by this person, if not over and over and over and over and over again? And I know that's kind of painful to really get at, right, when we're talking about exes. But the thing is that when we're sticking someone up on a pedestal, it means that we're sitting down here somewhere. So already we've kind of put ourselves in a lower position than someone who doesn't really even know anything about us, doesn't know really who we are, and same, we don't know who they are. And so by putting this person on this pedestal up here, when they reject us, it makes us feel even worse and even lower. But when you have this discrepancy between two people, it's inevitable it's not going to work out. Because, on a subconscious level, we feel it. As women, as gorgeous women, whoever you're madly in love with, who isn't madly in love with you, we can feel it from you, right? I'm also here to give you women's secrets. We know it. We know it when you're super, so this, and yes, it's flattering. It is flattering, but it doesn't make us like you anymore. And in fact, it almost makes us like you less, because the only way that you can ever even this out is if the person you've put on the pedestal has to come down to your level, right? Most people do not want to date down. They want to date up or date equal. Or what is there for you to do is climb your way up, which, hey, if you like a good challenge and she gives you an inkling of becoming that person, then take the challenge. You know, if to gain this person that you've given so much credit to gain her love and affection and attention, whatever it is that you're looking for, if it means doing this and you really want it, then do it. Otherwise, just get that when you're rejected by someone who you've given all these qualities to, it doesn't mean anything about you. It means that you've just chosen the wrong person, because the person doesn't actually have those qualities, because you don't know. You have no idea. We project our desires and wants into another person and turn them into someone that they actually are not. And then we get so disappointed when they don't love us. But the thing is, like, we don't even know who they are. Because if they really were this wonderful, amazing person that you thought they were, then you would be getting the love and affection and attention and sex and whatever that you deserve. That's how you know you're with the right person. That's how you know that you've got a good connection with someone, is that you feel fulfilled, you feel happy, you feel connected, you feel safe and well taken care of. So when you have an ex or someone who's been rejecting you and you're putting all your time and energy into worrying about that, that's time and energy that you can be putting into finding someone who reciprocates your warm, yummy feelings. So yes, for some of us women, when we feel a guy likes us way too much too soon, it becomes very uncomfortable. It's very unseductive. Someone who could be interesting if they'd stayed a little bit mysterious and aloof and a little bit like, we'll see about you, miss, to someone who's like, please, please, please. It's not very sexy. However, if you change that energy from, trying to pull someone down or climb up to someone, look for someone who gives you the same kind of warm energy that you give them. Because there are women out there who feel loving, warm energy from a man, and they cannot wait to reciprocate it. They cannot wait to say yes to it. So this is a really long answer, actually, to this question. But how you move on from that is just, A, recognize that that person is not into you. And as painful and as horrible as that sounds, it's better to just deal with the massive amount of pain and getting that right now than long-term suffering and making it mean something forever and ever and ever about you. Get that they're not interested. Get that they're not the right person for you, even though you've given them all of these qualities that you think are amazing, because they don't actually have them. Why? Because they're not in action around it, right? If they were that warm, wonderful person that you think they are, they would be with you, and they would be loving on you. And 4, there is someone out there who wants to be that for you, with you, together. I think this is something else that we kind of get hung up on when thinking about our exes, is that we think that they're the only person out there for us. And we have this really strong connection, or we have this really strong feeling for them, or they just strike us in such a particular way, and we feel like, oh, we're never going to meet somebody else like that. And then all of a sudden we get stuck in this kind of like sense of it's hopeless. And that's where dating starts to feel bad, is that we're coming from a mindset of there was only one person for me, or there is only one person for me, as opposed to saying, well, wait a minute, how is this new person more what I'm actually looking for? So if you're looking for love and kindness and affection, is that person loving, kind, and affectionate? If you're dealing with someone who's cold, aloof, and isn't into you, and that's not what you're looking for, stop with those people. Okay, you guys, that was a long answer, but I hope you got it. And if you have questions about that, absolutely send me a private message, because this is actually a really deep topic, but I'm trying to keep these in-bed episodes to about 30 minutes or so. So, if you have questions about that, absolutely sign up in my, if you're watching this on Instagram, sign up in my bio. There's a book button right there where we can absolutely talk about this topic. If you like this, if you like my training, I actually have an amazing new course called the Seduction Skill Set that you can get over on my website. You don't want to miss that. And if anything, there's like a cool little intro that you'll probably appreciate to watch. And then, of course, every week I'm going to have more episodes of IGTV in Bed with the Seduction Expert. And if you like this stuff, you're going to love the training that I give you, and tell your friends. If there's anyone out there who's looking for help with, dating, questions about women, sex, attraction, who just need someone to talk to about how to move forward in their love lives, send them my way. This is what I'm here to do. And I know that a lot of you really, notice that I'm a beautiful woman. Well, yes, I am. And I am here to give you the insider information for how to deal with beautiful women. So if you need help with that, I'm here for you. All right, so let's move on to topic numero dos, how to make her regret leaving you. And if you are watching this on IGTV, you can use the book button in my bio to schedule a 15-minute conversation with me. So if you have questions about any of the things that we covered or anything else dating or relationship related, go ahead and book that time with me. And again, if you're watching this on IGTV, you can also send me a private message if you want me to answer something for you on next week's episode. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you in my bed. And until next time.